For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to do it. We know the air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Welcome to another edition of the world's most monitored talk show, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. My name is Timothy Poleon. As we come on the air, we have bad news, which is the norm these days in St. Lucia, especially as far as crime is concerned. We'll be focusing on some recent developments in just a moment. I'll be hearing from you at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And Amanda will be going through some of your comments in the chat room. We'll also be hearing from the father of the nation, Sir John Compton. And as far as Cabot is concerned, we'll be going down memory lane. So some news just coming to hand. You remember this tragedy which occurred over in Industry Chazelle a few Fridays ago, which left at least 4 members of a family nursing serious injuries as a result of a brutal chopping incident. Those victims would have included a 54-year-old woman, a 62-year-old husband, daughter 18-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Just before coming on the air, I confirmed with the police that one of the victims has passed away, and that individual was nursing his injuries at hospital. He is 62-year-old Vernon Labadie of Industry Chazelle. So 62-year-old husband Vernon Labadie passed away at hospital earlier on today, and the other individuals are still nursing their injuries. And also, you would have heard by now that the island did record another homicide, and this is in the wee hours of today. A stabbing incident at a guest house in the north of the island leaves one young female dead and another in critical condition. The incident occurring at about 3:30 this morning. So we had about 8 homicides so far for this year. This is as we're getting all set. If you want to put it this way, celebrate, maybe observe the island's 46th independence anniversary. And our NewsSpin question of the day: why are you a damn proud Lucian? Why are you a damn proud Lucian? Are you a damn proud Lucian? Or can we consider all ourselves to be dumb? Because as far as our governance is concerned, we have tolerated so many acts of indiscretion, bad leadership in our country, a lot of things that would not be tolerated in many parts of the world. But yet what we do, we are in a position to boast about the fact that we have 2 Nobel laureates. We use those as crutches. Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott, those guys, we're proud. We are proud Lucians. And those guys achieved so much. They achieved a lot by dint of their hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. A few days ago, don't know if you can recall that exchange I had with Rick Wayne on this broadcast. And Rick was saying that those 2 illustrious sons of St. Lucia had to leave local shores, whether it was to North America, other parts of the Caribbean, to study, etc., for them to excel. The same was true for a number of other people, even people from the developed world. The UK, move on from the UK to the US, move from the US to the UK, etc. Those things must happen for an individual to flourish. You gain various experiences and so on. So, beyond a shadow of a doubt, we have to be proud of the achievements of those 2 gentlemen. But what about the other St. Lucians who have shown so much promise? Because of the lack of opportunities, they could not flourish. They could not graduate to a higher level. And what do you think are the impediments that are keeping so many St. Lucians behind? And what does that say about the quality of leadership that some of our sons and daughters have provided to this country since we gained political independence from Britain in 1979? We have a lot to celebrate, but I'm telling you that we have wasted a lot of time and a lot of opportunities, and along the way, unfortunately, we have made too many excuses for ourselves and also for our leaders. There's so many things that are yet to be satisfactorily addressed. Take, for example, the judiciary, law and order in our country. The DPP, you've heard this before, in his press conference, stated, among other things, that there is sufficient evidence for there to be an arrest in the murder of, or in the matter, let's say the matter involving Reginald Jean, gunned down 28th of February 2011. The DPP convened a press conference, says there's sufficient evidence for police to be arrested on suspicion of reckless manslaughter. So he spoke. He directed the police. What has happened? Absolutely nothing. And we boast about being an independent country. We can think for ourselves. We can take care of our responsibilities. But this is just in name. We have not demonstrated that kind of independence that would elevate us to the level where we can consider to be on par with countries that are progressing in a myriad of areas. And therefore, we ought not to take ourselves seriously in a number of areas, particularly when it comes to the leadership of the country. One individual who is peerless as far as his stewardship is concerned, whether you like him or not, and these days people are making reference to him ever so often. They revere the guy. Referring there to Sir John George Melvin Compton. There's no other leader who can be compared to this individual. Irrespective of one in particular saying that he was the most readied, more readied than the great late Sir John Compton. And this statement is coming to haunt the current Prime Minister, because there's no way at all you can compare Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre with Sir John Compton. Absolutely no comparison. Because the challenges we are experiencing right now, there is clear evidence that we are bereft of the quality of leadership that is required so that there can be some kind of amelioration and we could have hope. How hopeful are you based on the quality of leadership that we have in our country right now, that we are prepared to deal with the challenges that we're confronting right now and emerging challenges? We can't be hopeful. We are hopeless because the indication is we are rudderless. Let us hear from Sir John Compton, an interview he conducted several years ago, and speaking about the island attaining political independence from Great Britain and what transpired just prior to this achievement, the independence turmoil that plagued St. Lucia at the time.
We had a British government representative who had been in Botswana, that's in southern Africa, near to South Africa. And he was as racist and apartheid as they come. To him, black people shouldn't govern themselves. They can't govern themselves. Look what's happening in South Africa. Look what's happening in Nigeria. Look what's happening in Ghana. All this confusion. Now, so he became the ally, or the Labour Party used him as their ally. And every time they made a meeting and keep noise or make a demonstration, he would send it up to the British and say, you know, there's going to be bloodshed in St. Lucia, there's going to be this in St. Lucia. And he delayed us to no end. We went first. They said, fine, you go back and show that the people really want it. Issue a white paper and discuss it all over the country. We did that. We went back, tell us another story. Until 1978, we went to the Constitutional Conference. We went to the Constitutional Conference in London, and we agreed that we'd have our independence. We even set the date to the 13th of December. That was the date for independence. But the Labour Party at the time, they wanted elections before independence. And that has never happened. Jamaica got it without elections. Trinidad got it. Guyana got it. Grenada got it. Nobody ever, that was never imposed as a condition on any one of them. But it was sought to impose it as a condition to us. And the Labour Party objected, they demonstrated, they did all these things. Now, what had happened in the Caribbean? There was a lot of turmoil. There was Grenada, there was Cuba, there was all of this thing. And they exploited that. They created a lot of confusion. There was coming to independence, besides the demonstrations and whatever it is, coming to independence, they fomented strikes in the public services. Teachers strike, civil service strike, this strike, that strike, and trying to postpone it, try to impede it. Well, of course, the thing had passed through the British Parliament. There's nothing they could do to stop it. What they did was to impede the celebrations of it. The way we would have liked to have celebrated our independence. We didn't want to celebrate our independence on the threat of riots, a threat of that. For instance, the flag raising ceremony was to be, the only place we had at the time was the Marshall Grounds, the Minderfiller Park. Only place with the big open space, etc. We had to keep it on the wharf. Why did we keep it on the wharf? Because of security reasons. The British will not allow Princess Alexandra, who was the royal representative, to drive through the Marshall Road, lest she be ambushed, etc., etc. It's that type of fear. Not us, because we know that was nonsense. We would never do this. That's not St. Lucia. But that British government representative had instilled, had pushed in the minds of the British, there were going to be riots, etc., etc. So we had it low-keyed. Many people didn't have it as we would like to have had it. Instead of having the big celebration for independence was really the carnival that followed it. Because it was a few days after. Carnival was a few days after independence. We had a hell of a time. But for those times, it's really frightening because of the threats that existed at the time, that there were going to be disruption, there was going to be this, going to be that. The customs and strike, we couldn't get people in. We had to send some people down there to take over from the customs, that their people get their baggage through. A lot of difficulties. It humiliated us. St. Lucians, it humiliated us. But I told them at the time, with all of this, they came to give us very bad press. I used the occasion of the youth rally in '79 to set out our goals. I told the children at the time, that we have to prove that not that we'll do no worse than those who ruled us before. Not that we will do as good as they did, but we have to do better.
A true leader, he stands out. The late Sir John Compton. By the way, he was not born in St. Lucia. Let's open the lines to take your calls right now at 452-2979, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And Amanda will be going through some of your comments in the chat room. Listen to this. Peter and Company Auto now opens on Saturdays. Yes, you heard right, open on Saturdays. Starting Saturday, March the 1st, Peter and Company Auto Nissan dealership will open from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Vehicle sales and vehicle parts departments will be opened for your convenience. all Saturday customers will enjoy an additional 15% off vehicle parts. Located at Vidbotay and ready to serve. Call 458-6950. That's 458-6950. We have a call on the landline. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Hey, good afternoon, team. Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, team, I want to touch on a couple points this afternoon, if you permit me. Team, I was looking at the document of Parliament where the Alan Chasney government did pass legislation saying even 35 years later, if white-collar crime is proven, that you can be convicted. And I went further to see they would have started a set of task force to investigate white-collar crime fraud. So if it's a team of free men, that's all they do for the country. So we did not need a special prosecutor. And I think that was the way to go. I'm not in government, I think that was the way to go. But if a man had gone to Parliament with his team and passed a legislation like that, we St. Lucians should have seen that, hey, if this guy is brave, or he's very smart, because if he's the one that put these in the books for us, and if he go and do misappropriate, the law is for him also. The law was not for prime ministers, for everybody, every St. Lucian. That and in government, that law is for them. So that I leave it at that. But let me say something. We have something looming over our head, and we don't seem to take it serious. I'll give you an experience. In 1991, when we started having deportees, St. Lucian deportees from the U.S., in the valley, I experienced something that has not changed, and it has gotten worse up to now. I had a team of people working for me, maybe 80 to 100 guys. And one Friday we were celebrating, we got paid, and I was with them. And this one of the deportees came in our midst and used the F word and say, these guys are working hard for me to make me rich, but they have an easy way to make money once you have a gun. And from that, Timothy, it has not changed. We have lost a lot of young life in the Mabria Valley. A lot of young life. Now we have this deported thing looming over our head. And I'm not hearing anything that we need to put a task force.
Well, the Prime Minister did announce that the task force has been set up, headed by the Home Affairs Minister, Mr. Jeremiah Norbert, to prepare St. Lucia for the arrival of deportees, if they are sent back home. Yes.
Tim, this thing is more serious than you can think. If you go back, you've been in talk so long enough, if you go back far enough, Tim, to see in 1991-92, we probably had 6 murders for the year. And it's steadily going up, where people now started putting guns to people, going in shops and umbrelling people. That's when I observe it start. I've been on the street a long time, so you know me, you know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
And this thing has not changed. And these guys were not as sophisticated as those to come. And if when they deport them, they have not committed a crime in St. Lucia, St. Lucians ridicule them, or we don't do the right thing and welcome them and find ways to integrate them properly, I see a major problem.
Yeah, but Colin, not everyone who's deported can be considered a violent criminal or have the propensity. Hold on. Or have the propensity to engage in serious criminal acts. Because as far as Trump is concerned, if you are living in the United States illegally, undocumented and so on, then you'll be sent back home, whether it's in Lucia, Antigua, or elsewhere. So it does not have to do with mainly with people who have a criminal past, violent past.
I should not. I generalize, but I'm talking about. I was more referring to
criminal history,
criminal side of the team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm referring to the criminal side of it because I know deportees I interact with that came back through. They didn't have papers, a slight infringement, and they send them back. I'm talking about those who are in gangs, those who are seasonal criminals up there. They will come back. You can't do nothing with them here. You can't put them in jail or anything. If we don't take them seriously and try to do our best to identify and integrate them properly, we have a bigger problem waiting for us.
All right, sir.
I thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for your contribution. 452-2979. Once again, 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. A WhatsApp message reads, Tim, I am a dummy St. Lucian. Fair Lucia is crying, treated like a prostitute by its politicians. I want to publicly apologize to people like Auntie Gail and the many others like her for ignoring your words. We the young people, young females need your guidance. Please come back. We have a call via WhatsApp as we say hello. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Amanda, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, caller.
DP, I spoke to you off air yesterday.
Yes.
But today, I have cause to call you back in connection with the same issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really beginning to strike very close to my heart and my home team. You announced that Vernon Labadie passed.
Yes.
That is my wife's first cousin.
Ah. Condolences to you, sir.
Thank you. Alana Bernard was my wife's grandniece.
Mm-hmm.
So all these are my in-laws. And as a retired police officer team, I must confess, it irks and it hurts. And still we're not getting definitive reports from the Royal Federal Police Force regarding the state of crime in this country. Today is the 21st of February in the year 2025. And we're yet to receive the crime statistics for 2024. And team, crime seems to be going on unabated in St. Lucia. People are calling on me and telling me, boy, in your times this wouldn't happen. But you know, team, I'm incapacitated. And I cannot. My friends call me from overseas. My friends call me locally, and we discuss issues. Last year, January, you interviewed me, and I gave some insights into what can be done and what actions could be taken to minimize crime in this country. Nothing was done. And now I'm seeing that a man and his family at his home who didn't put no cocoa in sun, as we say locally, and being killed for something that he was not responsible for at all. And a young lady who did nothing wrong, but was a victim herself and been murdered brutally on the streets for something that she did not start up. And team, I can tell you, my friends know who I am, they know who they are. And team, I'm putting the nation on watch, on guard, that if this thing continues, Team St. Lucia will be in for a rude awakening. There will be vigilante justice in St. Lucia pretty soon, if it's not happening already. And that's all I have to say to him. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. This is not far-fetched, and this is coming from a veteran law enforcement official, former. And you could hear the hurt in his voice. You get a sense that he's an individual who took his job seriously. And if only those in authority would exhibit that same kind of concern, that same kind of passion and empathy then I believe that would be well on our way towards coming up with prescriptions for the serious problem that we are experiencing right now. And it starts, of course, with our elected officials. Particularly, when you listen to those individuals, the Prime Minister of this country, who is also the National Security Minister, speaking at those political events, as was the case just recently, I think Tuesday of this week, and he's just focusing on the politics of the day, on winning all 17 seats come the next general election. You get a sense that the Prime Minister is just primarily preoccupied with protecting the victory and not protecting the people of St. Lucia. And his behavior does not reflect what is happening in our country as far as the serious crime problems that we continue to experience. With regard to this Choiseul incident, the serious or brutal chopping incident which occurred a few weeks ago, I failed to report also that 2 individuals were recently charged with 4 counts of attempted murder. And those people are Vaughan Mark of Victoria Choiseul and Kendall Sansion of Safi Estate over in Labrie. The previous caller also made reference to Alana Bernard, and we have to make reference, call those people, identify them by the name. You know, we'll just like to focus on homicide number 7 and homicide number 6, etc. And this might have occurred in Choiseul and in Dennery, but we have to put a name to those people, those victims. A gender as well. So Alana Bernard, let's not forget this victim, homicide victim, and of course the others over the last few years. Let us listen to a forensic science consultant who called NewsSpin this week. Because it is well known right now that Alana Bernard was raped and she had a matter before the courts. As a matter of fact, the following day, just the day before, following her murder, she was scheduled to appear in court in a matter pertaining to her being raped. Let's listen to Mr. Louis Murray, forensic science consultant.
This lady, Alana, she did all the right things as far as I'm concerned. She was sexually assaulted or raped, whatever it is. She made a complaint to the police. The police investigated evidently. They secured a suspect. The suspect was charged and I think on remand at Bordelais. All the right things. But as a consequence of doing the right things, she lost her life. And this is the dangerous thing. And we go back to Valinda Joseph. That's the same thing with Valinda Joseph. Valinda Joseph had about 2 or 3 sexual assault cases pending. And the right thing again was done maybe by her mother. Made a report to the police, they investigated, and they proceeded to secure suspects in the matter. But both herself, Valinda, and Alana, they became victims of doing the right thing. If you remember, in 2002, Petrus Compton, who was then Attorney General, said the justice system failed Valinda Joseph because she had pending cases. We come 23 years later, and the justice system has failed Alana because she has a pending case. So I think that has to be looked at. They either speed up the cases of sexual assault. Somebody was telling me a few days ago, have protection for virtual complainants. Well, I mean, okay, so then we talk about eyewitness protection. And we've had that discussion. I'm not too sure eyewitness protection will work or is going anywhere. So now you're going to talk about protection for virtual complainants, which I mean is the state will not be able to cope with those demands.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, I mean, the women, especially the groups, the female groups, I mean, I'm not there advocating for them. They should know their business and know exactly how to move. But the question that they are faced with, or the country is faced with now, is what does a woman do if she has been raped or sexually assaulted? Because the option is to lose her life. So is that the choice for a woman to stay with the complaint? I am raped, but you know what? I just keep myself quiet, don't do anything, take my suffering, because I know the option can be to lose my life.
Contribution made earlier this week on NewsSpin by Louis Murray, forensic science consultant. Good afternoon to you, Amanda. What is happening in the chat room?
Good afternoon, Tim. Good afternoon, News Spinners. A few comments from the chat room reads, Happy Independence, everyone. Enjoy the celebrations. Please stay safe. Another comment, wow, another one again. Helen is bleeding, God put a hand. Someone says here, Team, I used to be a damn proud St. Lucian, not anymore. Our leaders are failing St. Lucia. Someone says here, are we really an independent nation? Because the last I checked, we still have the Queen as our head. Another comment reads, I am ashamed to tell people I am from St. Lucia nowadays. This country is totally going in the wrong direction, sad to say. Someone says here, why would someone invest so much money in themselves by educating themselves, putting market value on themselves, and at the end of the day, and at the end of their studies, unable to recoup return to St. Lucia? Commentary reads, yes, Tim, remind them about 1979, what happened. Another comment reads, Tim, it is all about greed by these leaders. When they are in opposition, they see all the faults and issues that are plaguing the country. When they get into the reins of government, they use the very same loopholes to enrich themselves. Another commentary reads, PJP, do you know the history as the most readied? I guess not, because if you did, you wouldn't be dragging our country and people through the mud like you are doing. Someone says here, SLP has always had a negative influence on the population, opposing things for opposing sake. Now they are revealing in all that UWP has built. Against progress, Sanders, Cabot, independence, and the list goes on. And the chat room, someone says here, Team, one criminal deportee is one too many, considering the crime level in St. Lucia. That's it for now, Tim.
Thank you so much, Amanda. We have some more updates coming up during the course of the broadcast, and also be going down memory lane, and you'll be seeing something of note pertaining to a particular individual right here on this, the most monitored talk show in the world. Peter and Company Auto is hosting a massive sale on Nissan vehicle parts on Saturday, March the 1st, 2025. The sale starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 1 p.m. Everything must go. And they're selling parts for Almeras, also X-Trails T30 and T31, Frontiers D21 and D22, Navaras, Irvans, March, Tida, Pathfinder, Tiana, Sentra, Wing Road, and Sunnies. Call Peter and Company at 458-6950. That's 458-6950 for more information. Back in just a bit.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Lazarus's funeral home is here for you. Lazarus's private cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's private cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's Funeral Home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidboutet at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Lucilac is transforming how you move. With our new electric vehicle charging stations, getting a quick and reliable charge is easier than ever. From Rodney Bay to Dennery, Vieux-Fort and Soufriere, we've got you covered. Our cutting-edge network offers both fast and standard charging options. Convenient, efficient, and always ready when you are. Just download the Flash Charge app from Google Play or the Apple App Store, and with a few simple taps, you can set up an account and link it to a credit card. Find a station or scan the QR code to start charging in seconds. Lucilac is powering your journey and driving us toward a cleaner, greener future. Charge ahead with Lucilac's EV stations. Lucilac electric vehicle chargers, powering progress, energizing the future.
Taco Thursdays at Senior Snapper from Thursday 13th February 2025 and every Thursday.
St. Lucia, your Thursdays just got a whole lot better. After work, there's only one place to be. Taco Thursdays at Senor Snapper Seafood Grill and Margarita Bar.
In Grizzly Town, that is Marie-Therese Street.
Live DJ, fresh tacos, and island vibes. What more do you need? Tacos for just $10 plus 2-for-1 margaritas and mojitos to keep the good times flowing.
Thursdays is Taco Thursdays at Senor Snapper.
And you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay. Flow is keeping you connected.
Are you tired of going from doctor to doctor, spending time and money, yet still not getting the answers you need? Now, at La Clinique du Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring you the latest in medical technology, our state-of-the-art radiation-free full-body MRI. With unmatched accuracy, we can detect illnesses early, giving you the answers you deserve and the treatment you need, saving lives and saving money. No doctor referral needed. Results in just 24 to 48 hours. Plus, a free consultation with a doctor to explain all your results in detail. Don't wait. Take advantage of this special offer and book your full body MRI at our Cocoville, Rodney Bay, or Castries locations. Call 451-6559 now. La Clinique du Corps. Your health is our priority.
Don't tell me that tire flat again. I just changed that tire.
Wait, what? You just changed that tire?
Well, I bought a used one because you didn't give me enough money.
Oh, I see. Well, you know what? Chivi's Tire Shop only carry brand new quality tires at affordable prices with free installation.
Hey, it seems you're working at Chivi's Tire Shop. How you know all that?
Come on, Brenda. The tire shop down the road from our home in the American Drywall Building.
Oh, yes. I forgot. Well, you know what, Patrick? Let's go there right now. Take your wallet. Let's go.
Chivi's Tire Shop, located at the American Drywall Building, Vidboutet. Call or WhatsApp 584-5986. Chivi's Tire Shop. Pay less, drive more.
St. Lucia, it's time to celebrate 46 years of independence with a big deal from KFC. Introducing the KFC Independence Big Box, packed with all your favorites for just $46. You get 5 delicious and dipped wings with 1 sauce, 1 zinger or big crunch sandwich, 2 pieces of chicken, 2 regular fries, and 2 refreshing 16-ounce sodas. Perfect for sharing or keeping all to yourself, because independence is all about choice. But hurry, this big deal is only available from February 1st to February 28th. Get your Independence Big Box today, only at KFC. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Get ready for the all-in independent sale at M&C Home Depot and Sunbelt. Enjoy 25% off store-wide on small appliances, housewares, tools, and so much more. Plus, don't miss out on our amazing doorbuster deals from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's the perfect time to save on your favorite brands. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Visit us at M&C Home Depot and Sunbelt, island-wide from February 27th to March 2nd for the all-in independent sale event. Terms and conditions may apply. See online or in-store for more details.
The Cabot project has been heavily criticized by many in the public sphere since news of the golf and luxury vacation development came to light. Several issues have been raised with the development, including the desecration of ancient indigenous graves, access to beaches which line the coast of the Cabot land, a loan acquired from the National Insurance Corporation, and the future of Marjorie Lambert's establishment on the Casabah Beach. During Thursday's talk program, Cabot St. Lucia's CEO, Christine Thompson, broke her silence and came out in defense of the project, clarifying misconceptions about the development. The land which Cabot now owns, she says, have been in private hands for the past 50 years, changing hands between owners until it came to be acquired by Cabot.
So Cabot, which operates a successful world-class golf course resort in Canada, was looking for a property that allowed year-round golf, because of course in Canada you only had it for certain months of the year. And Ben Cowanju, our founder, actually basically went to every Canadian bank looking at Caribbean properties where they may have invested, where things had gone wrong, that were up for sale. And in the course of looking at many, I'm talking,
Well, something certainly went wrong there. It was supposed to be a longer report. My apologies to you for that, but we just wanted to take you down memory lane. Let's continue with the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin, 452-2979, 452-2979, or WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026, 716-2026. A call on the landline. Good afternoon. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Timothy.
Yes, good afternoon to you, caller.
Yes, how are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
I am not too bad. I have been trying to reach you for the last...
So many people are trying to get the line. My apologies to you. This is beyond my control.
It is for sure the most monitored. But, Timothy, it is so sad. When I woke up this morning and I heard about the latest murder and the rumors surrounding that murder of that young 20-year-old woman who is supposed to be in her prime contributing to St. Lucia. Crime in this country is no longer just a crisis. It is an epidemic. Young men and women are being slaughtered on our streets, and every time another life is lost, we're not just burying a son, a brother, or a friend. We are burying the future of our nation. But let's talk about the long-term consequences, and that's what I had to sit down hard and really think about it. The long-term consequences, the ripple effect that no one seems to be addressing. I listen to our government, and they beat their chest, and they talk about increasing pension. They talk about paying millions in back pay, as if that is something, people have worked for that. They have worked for that. The National Insurance Corporation is a system that is built on contributions from the working population to sustain its elderly. So what happens when our young men and women now, the very ones who should be entering the workforce, contributing to NIC, and sustaining the pensions, are being wiped out? What happens when a generation that should be guiding and building the economy is instead filling coffins? Let me just share with you what I think happens. The NIC funds will dry up. And then what? Will the contributions increase? How? Will pensions be cut? Or we have to do the politically expedient thing? Or worse, will our elderly be told they have to work even longer before they can retire? And we know that has been done because retirement age used to be 60, now it's 65. And what about the young, hard-working, productive citizens who actually make it to retirement? They have spent decades and will be spending decades contributing, but there will be nothing left for them when their time comes, and that is worrisome. Where is the sustainability of this model? Where is the increase in pension payouts going to come from? But let's be real. The Prime Minister is boasting about increasing pension payments, but with crime gutting the workforce and fewer people contributing to NIC, where exactly is this money going to come from? Are they going to print money? Well, we know they can't do that. Are they going to take on more debt? Well, we know they have done that. Or worse, is this a political gimmick, a short-term bandage before they call an election? I mean, WTF, Mr. Prime Minister. And before anybody says, I'm cutting the Prime Minister, I'm asking, where are the funds? The billions of dollars from the Citizenship by Investment program that remain unaccounted for. I hope they don't think that we are forgotten. I know St. Lucians have a short-term memory span, you know, and we sometimes suffer from attention deficit, but we haven't forgotten. We want to know where the money is. Is the Prime Minister finally going to force Ernest Hilaire to return those funds to finance all of this so-called largesse? Because if that were the case, then I'm sure the NLA, the National Lotteries Authority, would have been repaid in full, and civil servants wouldn't be bullied into accepting less than they deserve. Which brings me to the next question. Again, is a general election imminent? Is this administration so desperate that they are rushing to blind the people with temporary giveaways before heading to the polls? Are they running scared? Because for me, this is what it looks like. Now, let me touch on something that is equally troubling and problematic for me. The Prime Minister's decision to unilaterally impose salary increases on public servants while negotiations are going on is a problem. You know, both the NWU and the PWA have categorically denied accepting what the government negotiating team is offering. Yet the Prime Minister stands on a platform and calls it generosity, leadership, and progress. But we have to call it what it is, what it really is, economic bullying. That's what it is. Imagine, Timothy, a parent is holding a child down and force-feeding them. And the child is saying, I've had enough, or I don't want to, I cannot stand this, you know. It's in a case where in my family I have several vegetarians, they can't stand the meat. But when they were growing up, they were forced to eat it because, you know, it's what I say goes. But they can't stand it, and they used to puke, right? To me, and unfortunately, the parents used to turn around and say, you know, I am doing a good thing. I'm making sure that my child is eating. But to me, that is not good governance or good parenting. To me, this is what this administration is doing, and in reality, it is control. It is not that they care. It is control. It is an abuse of power disguised as benevolence. This is not how responsible governance works. You do not force your workforce to accept a pay increase while they are still negotiating what they feel that they rightfully deserve. You know, it undermines the integrity of the negotiation process and, quite frankly, exposes desperation. If this were about genuine concern for the workers, why not just let the process play out? You know, just let it play out, and then when everything is done, make a pronouncement. Why undermine the union? Is it because real negotiations would reveal the financial mismanagement and the inability to pay what workers really deserve? But, you know, again, let's be honest, the sudden generosity, the rush to increase pension payouts, the forced salary increases, these are not the actions of a confident administration, at least from where I stand. These are the actions of a government running scared, scrambling to buy votes before facing the electorate. So again, I ask, is a general election imminent? Because if they weren't worried, They wouldn't be trying so hard to throw money at the people, hoping they won't ask the hard questions. And we know, we do not have a third estate. We do not have, investigative journalists. We do not have reporters asking. We have to ask the hard questions. So are they running scared because they do not want us, the people, to ask the hard questions? The people of this country, St. Lucia, on the eve of our independence, need to wake up, and we need to see this for what it really is, a last-minute political survival tactic, not good governance. And you know what, Timothy, what irks and what hurts now? On top of everything, on the eve of independence, we're debating whether it's yellow or whether it is gold that is in our flag. But at this rate, it may as well be drenched in red, considering the amount of blood of our sons and daughters that is watering St. Lucia's land right now. While constituents argue over symbolism, our children are being slaughtered and our nation bleeding out. Mr. Prime Minister, stop sacrificing lives for politics. Okay? Just stop sacrificing lives for politics and do the right thing. If you can't, there's nothing dishonorable about saying you cannot and resign. Thank you so much, Timothy, for hearing me out.
Thank you so much for calling, ma'am. Let me turn my attention to another lady. Amanda, what is happening in the chat room?
Someone says, doing the right thing caused me to get to be off the job. Another comment, when will he learn that outside of St. Lucia we are judged as a country and not a party? Shake my head. Someone says, every team I can recall there was a safe house for victims of domestic violence. Does it still exist? Someone says, and still pepper spray is still illegal for civilians to own. Shake my head. Another comment reads, let her inspire you with the laws that do not protect the people. Inspire you when there is no difference between criminals, politicians, and the police. We are like sitting ducks. Another comment reads, I am just going to say that the authority by which a leader leads is not power but love, not force but example, not coercion but reasoned persuasion. Leaders have power, but power is safe only in the hands of those who are humble to serve. Another comment, a commentary from Peter Chico reads, traffic in Castries has been the worst ever in history. Guess why we see every day the patching Minister of Infrastructure closing roads to patch it? Remember the peanut vendors, this is his approach. My people, we will be inconvenienced again by the Minister of Infrastructure when he has to fix the same patched roads.
Let's take the opportunity now to play you an obscenity-laced clip. This guy is cursing all over WhatsApp through a video that he recorded expressing his disgust, his annoyance at the traffic problem that we continue to experience in St. Lucia. And I think he would have been directly affected sometime yesterday.
I mean, say nothing, but I have one rage in infrastructure, mother. You're blocked by the Gross Labor Stop. You're blocked by the VG Field, by Waterfront there. You'll block this chaussee in so the whole Castries now is traffic. Like what y'all doing there, the little potholes y'all patching there. Y'all could not patch it in the night. Yes, it's to them for the son. Because school even over yet, the whole of Castries is traffic. Everywhere block in your I mean, say nothing, but I have one rage in infrastructure, mother. You're blocked by the Gross Labor Stop. You're blocked by the VG Field, by Waterfront there. You'll block this chaussee in so the whole Castries now is traffic. Like what y'all doing there, the little potholes y'all patching there. Y'all could not patch it in the night. Yes, it's to them for the son. Because school even over yet, the whole of Castries is traffic. Everywhere block in your
Amazing. I am certain that the folks at the infrastructure department, you got the message, the frustration coming out loud and clear. Those people, you have to use the strong language so that they could understand your pain, feel your pain, your frustration. And somehow I believe that's, people who are in authority, who have to take critical decisions and so on, they are not mindful. They are not nimble in their approach in solving problems. You realize that you have closed certain sections of the nation's capital. You realize that this is causing a serious backlog in vehicular traffic. Deal with the problem instantaneously. Come up with some solutions here and there. But they just leave everything as is, and the people continue to suffer. I'm sure that they would have listened to this WhatsApp video and they got the message. 452-2979, WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have a call on the landline. Good afternoon, you're on the air. Hello, good afternoon.
Mr. Poleon, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
You alright?
Very much so.
I'm on the King.
Good afternoon, caller.
Kim, I was listening to you when you played the clip on Sir John, and I hope the message went out. It went out wide. I know some would want to choose to listen to it, some would not want to. Those that it will offend. Now, Timothy, you see, this homicide, or the crime problem we are plaguing there right now, how are we getting out of that? So what are we going to do, at least to see we get a break from that? Maybe say about a month or two before we have a homicide. What are we going to do? And we talk, every law-abiding citizen who have talked about the crime situation in St. Lucia. They have said it to the government, those that are in charge, and it just went on deaf ears. They rather laugh when you asking them that question. Is it a case we all in St. Lucia are just sitting duck or laying duck or waiting to get killed, and that's it? But I cannot celebrate independence, Mr. Poleon. I just cannot. 46 years of independence, I cannot. Every now and then we have the blood of young St. Lucians spilling all over the place. You believe I would be so happy dressed in independent uniform and dance and jump up, and sing that song, Proud Away, Proud Away? Proud Away when we are getting young ladies are being killed on a daily basis. And what baffles me and troubles me is that we have women in parliament. We have those women in parliament. When it was sued, one of them, when her son was killed in the States, the former administration was hand in hand with her for justice. She says nothing now. And I'm referring to Alison Jean. When Bertram Jean was killed by Dallas police officer, every St. Lucian wanted justice. Black Lives Matter all over the place. Blacks are killing blacks there now. She's in charge, she's in authority. President of the Senate. What is she saying? And where are Virginia Albert Poyer? Where is Emma Hippolyte? Ma'am, you're a lady. Come on. And I don't know. And we continue to say we have 2 female in parliament as a form. We feel proud about that, boasting that. Where are the achievements? Do we have a crisis center team for battered female? We have that, eh?
I am not too sure if this entity is still in existence. I know they were experiencing some problems a few months ago. Who knows? I think the doors have shuttered. I don't think they are in existence right now. But somebody who knows better can always call to clarify this issue. But I know they were going through some problems a few months ago.
And Mr. Poleon, finally, bravo to you. Honestly speaking, I'm not saying that because you are allowing me an opportunity on the show, which I supposed to get at any time. No,
you see, at any time.
I am not disrespecting you.
No, you're not. You're not, Colin. You're not.
Speaking as, in fact, I'm a PRO from Mikut South. I am not disrespecting. I am putting the nail where it's supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And what I am saying, you are doing a great job. And person have been, saying, Timothy is in that same thing, like the clip you played there about surgeon. I know. They are ready for you on Facebook, social media.
I don't care.
But it is the truth. Why do you want to hide away from the truth? So you are the only talk show host that is the voice of the people That is why you call it the most monitored talk show, not just in St. Lucia. You believe your opponent doesn't hear it? They're hearing it. What are they saying? They would prefer to say the bad thing and you team up you wearing yellow, even if you pretend to be a red t-shirt to come there to show them you're neutral. But they don't care. And all this government is doing is to make sure that they will go at length to empty the coffers of St. Lucia to remain in power. But let me tell them that. I know the situation, it is getting bad, and it is really, really getting bad. If these fellas, again, can win the heart of St. Lucia, not by truth, by lies, go borrow money and spread it over the place to win election, they better prepare themselves, because that is this country pretty soon, Tim. You would have a migration of all over the neighboring island, you know. People are not safe here. You can't allow Labour Party to, whether they use money or not to win another election in St. Lucia. That is just trouble. By all means, you have to get these people out. Because they're not saying nothing on crime. Nothing. My father was a policeman, not me, and he laughed, and that's it. Let's continue. And proud, and take their own people money, give it to them, and as though it's something that they go to Republic Bank this morning and withdraw 80 million and give it to the people. You see how foolish some of us can become, and we drink that. We like that, we like the boss give us a raise. But that's your money. It's not the money. It's only have a blessed weekend, not independent.
You too, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take another call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Yeah, Tim.
All right. Whatever is the background that's playing, turn it down, please, or turn it off completely, and then go ahead. Yes, caller.
Okay, I'm away from it. Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yo, here, I'm a silent listener. I listen to NewsSpin all the time. If I'm at work, I go back and listen to it. So, my point is, recently the Prime Minister gave the police a couple of bulletproof vests. They say like whatever, but bulletproof vest may stop a bullet, but does it stop crime? You see, that's my point. Now, the PM should do more because he's the Minister of National Security. He was the most readied Prime Minister. That's what he said. But I hope he is the most readied opposition leader because that's the way he's going to be. Thanks for the time.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's see if we have some comments in the chat room to go through. Over to you, Amanda.
Someone says here, wow, she just indicated that she understood perfectly when the Prime Minister tacitly asked for an increase in the birth rates, underscoring the need to educate the voters and not attempt to just convince them. Another comments caller, PJP, said that this government, he is running a budgetary surplus. So if that's the case, why borrow money to give the public servants their back pay? Another comment reads, we were taught in school it's yellow. Where did that gold topic come from all of a sudden? Another commentary reads, PJP was just repeating what every government globally is saying to ensure future tax payments. PJP and tacitly do not belong in the same sentence. Another commentary says, these politicians have no response to the crisis in this country.
We have a call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air. Hello. I think we have lost the call. All right, let's continue with the messages in the chat room. Amanda?
And the commentary reads, cursing and yelling will never solve the problems and issues that we have to deal with. We must organize and rally and petition our government and vote better persons into political office. That's it for now, Tim.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Let's see if we have another call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tim.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you, caller.
Mr. Tim, I have a message sending out for Emma Hippolyte and Virginia Poyot. Emma Hippolyte and Virginia Poyot, what a shame as two ladies, MP, women getting raped, and you're not saying a word. A word, you all are women too. I don't know if it's because of the ladies that getting raped, they're not going through menopause, and those two MPs going through menopause. And they give me the cause to say that. I don't know if it's because the two of them going through menopause. That's why they're not putting their feet down. Emma Hypocrite and Virginia Fui, please say something. Be the ladies' backbone. I'm a man, and when women getting raped, and you're not saying a word. You're Labour Party. Please, I'm calling on God, Father God, make we St. Lucian to make up one mind and vote those Satan regime out of office. I vex and my blood boiling, man, because people can't take that. You all are women, you know, and people calling on you all to say something, and you all refuse to say nothing. It's I'm saying because not call it from menopause, what be a conversation from Mackay and Rip. Good day, Mr. Tim.
Thank you so much for calling, sir. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. It is called NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM on our NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. St. Lucia Shooting Association presents its Independence Day tournament on Sunday, the 23rd of February from 9 o'clock in the morning at the Bordelais Shooting Range in Dennery. Registration, EC, $100. To register, call 717-6846. 717-6846. Food and drinks will be on sale. Make this a family day. Come one, come all.
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilec is transforming how you move. With our new electric vehicle charging stations, getting a quick and reliable charge is easier than ever. From Rodney Bay to Dennery, Vieux-Fort and Soufriere, we've got you covered. Our cutting-edge network offers both fast and standard charging options. Convenient, efficient, and always ready when you are. Just download the Flash Charge app from Google Play or the Apple App Store, and with a few simple taps, you can set up an account and link it to a credit card. Find a station or scan the QR code to start charging in seconds. Lucilec is powering your journey and driving us toward a cleaner, greener future. Charge ahead with Lucilec's EV stations. Lucilec electric vehicle chargers, powering progress, energizing the future.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
St. Lucia, it's time to celebrate 46 years of independence with a big deal from KFC. Introducing the KFC Independence Big Box, packed with all your favorites for just $46. You get 5 delicious undipped wings with 1 sauce, 1 zinger or big crunch sandwich, 2 pieces of chicken, 2 regular fries, and 2 refreshing 16-ounce sodas. Perfect for sharing or keeping all to yourself, because independence is all about choice. But hurry, this big deal is only available from February 1st to February 28th. Get your Independence Big Box today, only at KFC. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Are you tired of going from doctor to doctor, spending time and money, yet still not getting the answers you need? Now, At La Clinique du Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring you the latest in medical technology, our state-of-the-art radiation-free full-body MRI. With unmatched accuracy, we can detect illnesses early, giving you the answers you deserve and the treatment you need, saving lives and saving money. No doctor referral needed. Results in just 24 to 48 hours. Plus, a free consultation with a doctor to explain all your results in detail. Don't wait. Take advantage of this special offer and book your full body MRI at our Cocoville, Rodney Bay, or Castries locations. Call 451-6559 now. La Clinique du Corps. Your health is our priority.
Watch this view here. If you missed it, yeah, itchy nose.
The St. Lucia National Cricket Association Prime Minister's Cup is back. It's going down at 4 venues: PI, Philip Maslet Grounds, Groseley, and Mindu Philip Park. Games will be played both day and night. Will the champions Groseley defend their title, or will we see a newly crowned champion this year? Teams taking part: last year's champion Groseley, runners-up Central Castries, South Castries, Babano, Monrepo, Mikud, Soufre, Viewfort North, Viewfort South, Denry, Choiseul, Babia Valley, and Deriso. This tournament bowls off on February 18th with defending champions Groseley coming up against Babano at 7 p.m. on the Groseley playing field. Games will be played from 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Come out and support your favorite team. It's the St. Lucia National Cricket Association Prime Minister's Cup coming to a venue near you. Who's gonna emerge champions this year?
Get ready for the all-in independence sale at MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt. Enjoy 25% off store-wide on small appliances, housewares, tools, and so much more. Plus, don't miss out on our amazing doorbuster deals from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's the perfect time to save on your favorite brands. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Visit us at MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt, island-wide from February 27th to March 2nd for the all-in independence sale event. Terms and conditions may apply. See online or in-store for more.
The best of the best from the Caribbean are coming to St. Lucia for the AMBC Caribbean Boxing Championships. February 28th to March 2nd. Come see the region's finest youth, amateur, and elite boxers in action at the Boseju Indoor Facility under the theme Stronger Together. 8 countries, over 100 boxers, punches in bunches. Who will reign supreme? Come support Team St. Lucia at the AMBC Caribbean Boxing Championships from February 28th to March 2nd at the Boseju Indoor Facility from 7 p.m. nightly. Admission only $20. This event is sponsored by the National Lotteries Authority, Ministry of Youth Development and Sport, and the Government of St. Lucia. This one will be a knockout.
This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and we have a caller via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello.
Bear me, let me put off my volume there.
Okay, caller. You should have done that before. Yes, I'm hearing you clearly.
Let me tell you, we have a situation in St. Lucia. I myself, I'm a born-again believer, but I don't know, boy. You remember the chopping down in Choiseul?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that the father, he passed last night?
Yes, we reported on it earlier on the broadcast. We reported on it earlier.
Yes, so that means it has escalated from attempted murder to what it is right now. You understand? The government complained that there's crime, and everybody wants to make a hoorah of it, right? But we refuse to understand crime. No police can stop crime. If somebody wants to do something, they will do it. They refuse to understand that we have lost 2 generations of people. I don't know if you remember before, when we had houses, we live in a house in town, the clothes on the line, the neighbor would take the clothes, fold it and put it in the house. Right now, we're living in prison, and still the thieves coming inside of our house. You see, it's a mindset that is there right now. everybody is enraged. You step on somebody's toe, before you tell them sorry, before you even open your mouth, you get a stab, a chop, or a bullet in your head. So you can imagine other grievous things. They refuse to understand. Number one, you already put God out of the picture. Okay? So we're doing on our own, we're living on our own cognizance. When our people out there have no respect for ordinary citizens, what do you think happens? Unless the crime reach in the backyard, they will never do what they're supposed to do. You have politicians lying outrightly. You understand? Nobody going and take a stand. We refuse to go and talk because we know we have our mortgage paying, we have our loans paying, we are afraid to lose our job. So it will continue going. And I foresee, tell me if I'm wrong, but I foresee whatever evil that is plaguing the nation, these guys will go back in there. But in going back there, they're going to have a disaster in St. Lucia. I'm telling you, the last time it was a plywood city. You remember that, right, Tim?
Yes, I remember. I was very young, but I remember.
But at least they didn't have so many guns. Now, there are so many guns now. So you can imagine. A cat that's very nice and a puppy play with. When it backed in the corner, you know what will happen? It'll put out its claws.
Mm-hmm.
And that explosion that's going to happen in St. Lucia, please, if I tell you, if I know when, or if I get any inception, I will tell you to go to work. Because they're going to have a disaster here. I mean, you could feel the temperature. People walking, you could feel that. The people are not feeling it. They are ostriches. They put their head in the sun, and you know what is exposed when you put your head in the sun. Right? Mm-hmm. It's a butt.
Yeah.
And they're not doing what they're supposed to do. You know, I was working companies. The problem is not the laity, the lay staff. The problem is the heads. The heads are sick. You're giving them things to help to fix up the situation, but they don't want to listen to it. They want to do what they want. And when something goes wrong, they look for some scapegoat among the little staff to put the blame on. When you keep on telling them the ways and the answers, St. Lucia is not a place that's supposed to ever miss water. What are these days? I mean, you're driving, I'm driving. I'll bring you and look and see so many intakes they have. You know, we always problem with water. You know, Lucy Lake back in the day I used to work there was a kind of true, but right now Lucy Lake is apex now. Apex. None of them can touch Lucy Lake. You know, when Lucy Lake take up power, my goodness, they back up. By the time you say 1, 2, 3, they're up already.
Yeah. When
Wasco say they're shutting down the northern part of the island, and they complain about, if you're living on the hill. We're not supposed to ever miss water. Tim. The infrastructure, they know very well, is bad. Right? They will, like when you have a amputee or you have gangrene, when they cut your leg, do they cut it in the gangrene or do they cut it above, where that is good? Right. So why is it every time a pipe bursts or a rupture, they're going just around the area? They have to go beyond it. Are you following me so far?
So you have my undivided attention, sir.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They have to go beyond the part where that is good and cut and then put a good length so that you won't have a problem there again. The people ordering things T-boutique. They make me sign a thing of silence. They'll have to sue me. Okay. They buying T-boutique. I manage hotels. When I buy, it's a whole container. They're buying T-boutique. I will not say the things that they buying T-boutique over the air, but they buying T-boutique. And they refuse to go where the source is. But they're quick to cut your fruit. If anything that you are speaking out, they'll cut your fruit. Why do they have to do that?
They are afraid of the truth. They don't like the truth.
Well, I'll tell you, the Bible says the truth, speak the truth, and the truth will set you free. And trust me, they cannot touch me anymore. Because where I'm there, I'm beyond their touch, the rich. So I'm just saying, the poor people that are out there that within their reach, I feel pity for these people. I feel sorry for them. They are sitting ducks, you know. As Rick always say, they are sitting ducks. I have to say condolences for people that are alive, because you don't know who next will be the one that coming out, you know. So much corruption and they're doing that with no impunity, you know, like they have no conscience, man. How could people laugh when people complain about crime? How could people laugh when you go about health system? People can't laugh at these things, you know. A man lose both his legs, boom. He sent home, boom, he passed. That can't be right. That cannot be right. And you know the thing about it? They say a revolution starts with one person, you know. But you see, these people, they will just look at you as a heretic if one person come out, you know. But if the forces and the masses, there are people that suffering in silence, Tim, I know. I'm on the ground. One of these days I'll meet you. You know me very well, and I know you very well. But I will not move my name on the field.
Yeah.
We need to take a stand, a serious stand. It's better we go out on a peaceful march now before they get the explosion that come in. One is coming, I'm telling you. I can feel it in the air. And anybody walking, as I said, like an ostrich and don't know what's going on, they're either deaf, dumb, or foolish, or under a spell. Because you cannot tell me every Tom, Dick, and Harry, they're even going to work like a robot. They wake up, go to work. They woke up, go to work. Wait for the fortnight. When they look at the fortnight, they're crying. When they look at the monthly, they're crying. And they're not saying nothing. They'll bring up the thing to the level of the VAT. They bring 2.5%, and they're looking to put 2% on it again. And I hear Simpson that they want to go raise the age to 68. You know? I can't understand what's wrong with my people. I think they bewitched him. That's the only thing I can say. Normal thinking people cannot be going through that crap that's going on there and not feeling the pain. They're feeling it, but they just suffer in silence because of the fact that they know if they open their mouth, they're going to be cut down. Thank you very much. Say hello to Amanda from please.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling, sir. I don't know if this will impact this caller, but I plan to play your contribution for at least an entire week. We have another call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. This is NewsSpin, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, team, and how are you?
I'm okay, ma'am. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. I concur with the last gentleman. And let me tell you, when he is ready, if he's ready, I stand with him. I will be in the match. Good day, team.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling. 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. 716-2026. Another call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air.
Mr. Timothy Poleon, I am so happy I got you.
Today's your lucky day, sir.
Chico, your humble servant.
Yeah, Mr. Chico.
See, I have listened to some of the callers over the past few days. Until the last caller, the caller before the last, expressed true sentiment. This is a man you heard speaking from within about how frustrating it is. Similarly, the clip you play where the man was using all kind of explicits. This is a sign of frustration. People are frustrated. And when you hear that kind of frustration coming out of a people, brace yourself because something is afoot. Something is coming, and I'm afraid to say to the St. Lucia Labour Party that that storm that is coming, they will need many boats to stay afloat, because you could actually hear the frustration in the voices of the people. People are literally crying out. Tim, over the past few days, I've had reason to go out and meet some of the people in the constituency of Castries East and on the streets. And Tim, it is bad. A lot of people are not speaking out. They're holding it. But it's just like you have a pressure cooker that go dry, and with heat under it, eventually that pressure cooker will burst. And when you see it burst, St. Lucia will be in a worse place than it is. Tim, I thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Well, based on what a lot of you see on the horizon, there's need for us to obviate the problem, try and anticipate it and try to see if somehow we can assuage the situation, can manage it, bring it under some level of control so that we do not have the kind of a reaction in St. Lucia that will result in loss of life and destruction, anarchy, and mayhem. Amanda, what's happening in the chat room?
A few comments from earlier. Someone says, NewsSpin is therapy for the soul. Another comment, as a woman, I feel sad. It hurts women and all the time, and all female sisters, cousins. When something happens to a woman, it happens to all women. Wake up, women, say something. Another comment, where is the old traffic department? Looks like we have done away with proper traffic management. Several main streets blocked at 2:30 p.m. when school is over and past 4:30 p.m. for after-work traffic. Someone replied to this saying, and to make it worse, they have new recruits conducting traffic at major intersections. These guys with little experience make the situation worse. Another commentator reads, it's so heartwarming to hear men calling talk shows and speaking out on women being raped and being physically and verbally abused in St. Lucia. Yet we have women in authority in office who can make a difference by speaking out on violence against women and put laws in place to protect those who are being abused, but they're only concerned about women's rights only when they are in opposition and want to be elected to office.
We have a call via WhatsApp. This is NewsSpin. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air.
Yeah, Tim, how you doing?
I'm okay, caller. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon to you and your guests. Yeah.
Amanda.
Good afternoon,
Yeah,
caller.
Tim, I know it's up already, but let me just go through that quickly. I don't celebrate Independence Day. For one reason, a guy came out a while ago and expressed himself, and I stand with him. Why I do not celebrate Independence Day for a couple of years now is number one. Okay, so John brought us into independence, which was a big thing, and you play a clip there a while ago. But I have looked over, I have not seen one poster, one flag with Sir John, picture on it, and so on. Let's put politics aside. He was the one that led us into that great name, but we have made a mess out of it. And they have some independent songs playing about love and peace and our nation and so on. But do we get that? Or what we get in this country is fighting against each other, destroying each other, just calling in our name, and people just come like big hypocrites as we are. Independence Day, putting bag, running battle, whatever you all call it. I'm not in it, and so on. I just go and drink rum and chicken and all these things which politicians fool us with. I heard some time ago you had a guest on your show some nights ago. I don't really call because of certain things. My health comes first. But I was listening. I was glancing from, I was listening. And when I can't listen to NewsSpin or your music, it hurts me because that's the only place I see truth and people get enlightened. But anyway, that young man, he really impressed me. But you know what got me on my nerves? And I didn't even listen to Poleon. Their friend came and tell me. You had people calling in, even on the same night of the show, trying to blast the guy. Oh, why you call that guy this? Why you call that? You are a school teacher. These people are double hypocrites. Where are those people where you have politicians going and call all people names, all sorts of napping instead of saying about the crime situation in our country? What are those people to call? Then that thing has to start from the top. The example comes from the top. When you have politicians going on radio and instead of saying about these difficult times we're in, giving each other napping and calling each other all sorts of names. Number two, nobody's calling and say, man, how can you say these nasty words? You're supposed to be an example. Our children are watching that. And then we complain about crime. Plus, to make it worse, you have women. That's what's hitting me. Women in authority in this country. And their mouths are shut. There is no Black Lives Matters because I think it's not white people that's in this country, not black. It's Caco or red or blue or whatever. Because nobody, you can imagine they have women, you're supposed to stand up. And when you oppose these fellas on radio, they are going to take heat. They are going to say, look, people from my own side, what I'm saying is wrong and they're standing against it. I must stop that nonsense. That's why the scripture said the accomplice is worse than the person doing it. And I said years ago, for this crime situation to stop, it has to start from the top and go down. You don't cut branches and expect the tree to die. It will grow back with more beautiful branches. You go to the root of that, you cut it off from the root. We see wars and everything going around the world and so on, and I hear politicians come in, grow what you grow, eat what you eat. These are just words. Are we supporting what we're supposed to grow? Are we putting the finance in this type of things for agriculture and so on for young people to get something to do? No, we put it in all nonsense, in carnival and all sorts of nonsense. People are just sort of, I know my time is up, but look at what's going on around the world there. This was, look, my friend Trump. Look at what I supported him. I'm not ashamed to say I did. But I always hear some of his policies. You know, Trump going outside with Putin there. A man, a criminal that has invaded country. Why is doing that against an innocent country they invade? Is it because he want to have Nobel Prize and so on? I'm saying that to Trump and all those politicians in St. Lucia, this party hack. And if I could have used a next word before I was a Christian, I would use it. Because hack is not even the right name for them. I'm telling them, they might get Nobel Prize, but there's a God coming. The God I serve is coming, and I'm warning solutions. Those in authority, you have to take a stand. God give us the right to take a stand in this country, especially we Christians that have our mouth shut in this country and not talking and marching against the evil. I'm not telling you march against politicians, march against evil in this country. God is coming. A guy said a while ago, this country is going to mess, a big mess. And besides that, I believe with all my heart, God is going to let something terrible happen to we, because we are keeping our mouth shut and the politicians are killing innocent people. How many more people we want to kill? If my last one, if the hospital open, you let it say, hospital, I told you all. But how many people you left died before you could have opened that hospital that was supposed to open years ago with these politicians full in their pocket? Tim Thompson, take care. God bless you all.
Brother Harris, as always, thank you so much for your animated contribution. WhatsApp message, somebody says there, I'm a damn proud VFortian. We are being taken for a ride, however. Is entertainment the best thing for VF4? The government has put a dark show on VF4 as far as making St. Lucians and foreigners afraid of VFortians. They stopped all the developments that the United Workers' Party had started, making VF4 the pearl of the Caribbean. Shame on the government, shaking my head, VFortians, not a proud Lucian. We'll take at least one more call and then we'll conclude our broadcast. Somebody says that, Tim, I will be in the march, body, soul, and everything else. The last time that type of frustration happened, it resulted in Plywood City. I don't want this, so we, the electorate, we need to act. Let's see there if we have another WhatsApp message to go through. Somebody says that, Mr. Cole, I think you are Brother Harris. If you are or were a Trump supporter, then you need to check your life with God the Almighty. And let's see if we have another WhatsApp message to go through. Somebody says there via WhatsApp, Tim, I'm the Women's Office of the UWP arm of Castries Southeast. Today we want to put on record our disgust with reference to crime towards women in this country. It is rather hurtful and disappointing with how our policymakers are reacting towards such crimes. Where are the voices of our women in government? Where is our Minister of Gender Relations? We want to hear them. We are not going to be quiet anymore. We are enraged with our leaders. Our women are becoming victims. Who shall we trust to protect us? We have a final call on the line. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Hello, good afternoon, Tim.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon to you.
How are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
Fine. Happy Independence.
Same to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Some persons are saying that they are not able to celebrate it because how they feel. I will celebrate it because that's my country.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a Labour country. It is not a UWP country. It is my country. So I will celebrate it. And those of you who feel that way, that, you cannot celebrate it, we have to be thankful that we have a country that has reached a certain level. And although we are going through a lot, but still God is still sustaining us, and we have to give God thanks for that. So I will still, give God thanks for my country, and that's the fact that we may not be independent per se, but we are able to make decisions on our own sometimes. But Timothy, that's not what I called about. What I called about is this. There's a torch going around. I think it started going around on the 18th of January. Am I right?
The baton relay?
The baton, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good, very good thought. When I saw it for the first time, it was serious, and you know, I went with it. But right now, I wonder: is it another carnival? Is it another have a good time, drink your rum and have a good time, shake about and have a good time, so that we'll forget what's going on? I don't like that at all. And you see what I'm seeing right now with it? It's going to get worse. It's going to get out of hand, and they need to start putting measures in place where it is a little more disciplined, a little more, you know, a little more serious, because everything is not about bacchanal and shaking your waist, and everything is not about that. You know, sometimes we can be serious. Sometimes we can walk with the torch and don't have to dance, you know. Although we say that we are Africans and once we hear music we shake, but still there are some things that we can be serious about. I mean, I look at international sporting activities, and persons are moving from one island to the next with a torch, or from one country to the next with a torch, you know, and music and all that kind of thing. And you know, Tim, today I saw a little child wearing a shirt, "I'm a damn proud Lucian." We don't have to say "I'm a damn proud Lucian." I mean, we can just say, "I am a proud Lucian." You don't have to put "damn" in front of it. When the children have that on them, what do you expect? What do you expect? Tell me, what are we really giving the young people coming? You know, Timothy, I'm not a perfect person, but I'm seeing...
You sound that way.
Pardon?
You sound as if you're a perfect person.
What said that?
You come across as if you're a perfect person.
No, I'm not a perfect person, but I am seeing where loopholes will come in.
Okay.
When you sing songs like that, and the kids are singing that, and you make t-shirts and the children wear that, and you speak to a child and the child say, "That's not your damn business," or "Don't tell me no damn thing." Tell me, is that okay? You know, we are raising children right now, or should I say, children are being born and they are being raised. Let us raise them the right way. Let us teach them the right things. I don't have to say I'm a damn proud Lucian for me to be proud. It doesn't have more percentage than if I say I'm a proud St. Lucian. You understand? So, you know. Anyway, Timothy,
right.
Have a wonderful independence.
You too, ma'am.
It was, let me tell you, Timothy, a lot of people don't know what people went through for that independence, you know. Let us not forget what that persons went through. Persons got shot, persons got, there was a lot of turmoil, there was tear gas, there was a lot of things going on, and still it went through, and still we can stand today, still we can hold a torch. So let's be proud. Don't say you're not proud of being independent. Be proud, even if what's going on, these things are inevitable. We cannot, the things that are happening, we cannot stop it. But what we can stop is what we are doing right now. The things we are doing that might enable children to do the wrong things. So we have to take it from the home, Tim. We have to start from the home. And what we say on the radios, and what we do in front of the children, all of these things, you know, play a part in what St. Lucia should be. So let us celebrate St. Lucia, and celebrate who we are. Don't be afraid to do it. I know we feel sad. I feel sad. Who wants to know that you have a family member that's raped, and after the person is raped, they're shot? Who wants that? Nobody wants it. No, but please, don't look at it and say, "Oh, St. Lucia, we're not going to celebrate what we have," but still celebrate it, even if you do it in your heart. But still celebrate it, that we are great St. Lucia.
Okay, ma'am. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Talking about independence and the baton relay, there's one also which took place, a version of this event which took place in Taiwan. The students were studying at the universities there, participated in the Taiwan Baton Relay to coincide with the island's 46th independence anniversary. One such student is Kimani Thomas. Remember her? Reading the comments in the chat room. She's actually studying in Taiwan, and she was part of the Taiwan Baton Relay. Those of you watching the broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, you will enjoy it.
Tanisha Frederick and Kimani Thomas, Fujian Catholic University Mandarin Center students, enrolled in the Center of Chinese Language and Culture program.
So if you, in case you're listening to the broadcast right now, Kimani, here's hoping that you had a great time participating in the battle relay over in Taiwan. Looking forward to the island's independence anniversary. It should be about 15 minutes after 2 o'clock in the AM over in Taiwan. Well, finally, we have our NewsSpin News of the Day. Our NewsSpin News of the Day reads, Caribbean leaders vow to maintain pursuit of slavery reparation. Caribbean leaders vow to maintain pursuit of slavery reparations. That's the broadcast for today and this week. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the world's most monitored talk show. Enjoy your Independence anniversary tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend. And God willing, we'll be back on Monday, 12:30. Goodbye.